Hi. Oh, hello, hi. Hi, hello, hi. Hello. How are my dearest degenerates doing today? Hi, hello, hi. um, yeah, hi, hello, hello, Tib, hi, hi. Another shortest stream, neat. Yes, another shortest stream indeed, John. Who I also like is him. Yeah. Another shortest stream indeed. And today we're doing, today, as you could tell, we're continuing the very, very long and arduous task that is smashing or passing Pokemon. For research purposes, mind you. For scientific plaptastic research purposes, mind you. Yeah. Hi everybody, hi, hello, hi. Yeah. I actually feel rested today. I actually feel rested. I feel calm, collected even. Okay, maybe not that, actually. Actually, now that I say it, maybe not that. I'm still quite scatterbrained, as always, but that's to be expected. But I do feel a lot more rested today. I actually did get a good night's sleep. I think last night. Hello. Oh, hello, Miko Jazz. Hi, hello, hi, Miko Jazz. Hi, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Where we're going to continue. We're going to continue smashing or passing Pokemon for the sake of research and science. Yeah, we have a long ways to go. We have such a long ways to go. We have such a long ways to go before we're ever done with this. As you could see, and as I mentioned on Twitter, we've done a grand total of 302 Pokemon. Well, actually, no. We've looked at, inspected, and considered 302 Pokemon, but it's out of 1,025. So yeah, we still have quite a ways to go. Yeah. Sort of collected? No way. It's true. It's true. I don't know what I was going on about. I was spouting nonsense. It's true. It's true. There's no way that could ever happen. No way. Impossible. Darn right lunacy. That is more loony than the very nonsense that I speak. But But yeah, um, the there's no rules against the Pokemon. Isn't that a meme? Isn't that actually like a meme also? Like it's been a while. It's been a while since I've heard that, I think. But I'm pretty sure isn't that a meme? Isn't that from a meme? I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I'm imagining like a meme is like forming in my head, but it's like fuzzy and blurry when you say that. when you say that. Yeah. This is part 3, right? Yes, Tip. This is technically part 3 because for whatever reason, we literally for whatever reason, right? I don't know what it is, but for whatever reason, every single stream that we do this, which at this point it's kind of every time we ever do a every time we ever do Pokemon Smash or Pass on stream, we always get through like about 100 Pokemon a stream. We never really do any more than that. Or actually, no. I think on the first stream we did 100, and then the second stream we did 101 or 102. No, 101. Because I remember last stream we did 102 with 302. So yeah, every single stream we advance 100. Yeah. So yeah. And by that logic, you know, I'm no, as you know, I'm terrible at math. I'm absolutely not a math genius whatsoever. But by that math, we should be done with 1,025 Pokemon. Maybe within like the next couple years. At this point. I don't know. If you, I don't know. It's going to take us a while, but that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. There's no laws against the Pokemon, Batman. Oh yeah, yeah. That's actually what I was thinking about. I was thinking of like a Joker meme, but I was actually thinking about a Joker meme, but I wasn't sure if it was, but I wasn't. For whatever reason I was thinking of a Joker meme, but I kind of like didn't realize or remember that was the meme in question. Yeah, gosh. But yeah, I don't actually. You know what I found out the other day? I found out the other day how I can actually see what Pokemon I've smashed and what Pokemon I've passed. I'm and apparently so far out of 302 Pokemon, I said smash to 40, if you can see that. 40 smashes. Wait, 40 smashes. Wait. 40, oh gosh, okay, hang on a second, hang on. 40 smashes so far. Out of 302. Which means, yeah, which also means we've passed 261 Pokemon. Yeah. Who knows how much those numbers are going to change by the end of that stream. But yeah, have any of you, just a quick question, have any of you Degens actually, like, finished? Before we actually, like, get started, have any of you Degens actually, like, finished Pokesmash? Like, Pokemon Smash or Pass? Like, have any of you Degens actually played this and have gotten through all of the Pokemon? Because wow, because wow, impressive, I must say, yeah, and it's taken me, Yeah, I'm very curious. I'm very curious. Something tells me, knowing you Degens, you Degens have one of you at least. Yeah. Smash. Smash. Oh, it's Smash to Sableye. Smash to Sableye. Who? Hmm. Wait a minute. Hang on. Sableye. Quite lives deep inside caverns. They are feared. However, because these Pokemon are thought to steal the spirits of people when their eyes burn with a sinister glow. Wait, no. Because these Pokemon are thought to steal the spirits of people with when their eyes burn with a sinister glow in the darkness. No, that's a pass. That's a pass from me personally. Yeah. Sableye is such a goblin-looking Pokemon. Yeah. 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 Goblins aren't... I wouldn't be... Yeah, I wouldn't... See, the thing is, right? I'm not too fond of goblins. Not enough to smash them, at least. There are plenty of other species that I would be more willing than goblins. And Sableye here is a very goblin-oriented creature by the looks of it. Aesthetically, at least. Not only... Either that or like a gremlin. Also, I don't like the fact that there's a possibility of him stealing my spirit with his glowing eyes. I don't like that. I don't like that. Actually, fun fact. When I was young, like very young, one of the things I was most afraid of, and it's an irrational fear, mind you. It's an irrational fear, but one of the things I was most afraid of, when I was like really young, was like possession. Was like possession and poltergeist, or like having my spirit taken away or something. So no, that's a pass. We're not doing that. That's a pass. Hi. Oh, hello, ready to roll. Hi. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hi, welcome in. We're smashing and we're smashing or passing today. We have a lot to get through. So far, we have 303 of 1,025. We have a lot to get through. I just now looked at the Pokemon in question. I've never seen this Pokemon before in my life. I actually have no idea what generation we are on right now, actually. I have no idea what generation we're on right now, actually. Yeah. First time I've seen it, so I have not finished it. Yeah, I did. Okay. Okay, so you have Tab. I see. How do you Degens feel about Mawile? Fairy type and steel type. Mawile's huge jaws are actually steel horns that have been transformed. Its docile-looking face serves to lull its foes into letting down its guard. When the foe least expects it, Mawile chomps it with its gaping jaws. Owie. Now, I don't know about you, Degens, but I'm not particularly into being, like, I mean, a little, okay. A little bit of biting isn't bad, right? But, you know, I don't mind biting, but those teethsies, which are actually steel horns, those are going to hurt excruciatingly. Oh heck, oh hell no, look at those teeth. Exactly. Look at those chompers. Look at those chompers that, mind you, are made out of steel. Pure steel. I've, I think I posted it on Twitter one time. I one time, not too long ago, like only like maybe actually I think it was last year, maybe like earlier this year. I am accidentally because I'm too clumsy and a little bit dummy at times. I accidentally slammed my leg into a steel beam, and it hurt for days. So no, that's a pass. That's a pass. That's a pass. I'm going to be in excruciating pain for days. No. Two mouths can be very interesting. I mean, well, when you put it that way, but at the same time, those steel chompers, though. Anyway, any, I wouldn't. Yeah. Anyway, next we have Aaron. 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 This Pokemon has a body of steel. To make its body, Aaron feeds on iron ore that it digs from mountains. Occasionally, it causes major trouble by eating bridges and rails. So basically, it's just purely made of steel. Why don't I just go smash a steel beam then? Pass. Why don't I just go smash a steel beam at that point? Oh my, and just absolutely rupture my pelvis in the process, or something. Lyron. Lyron tempers its steel body by drinking highly nutritious mineral spring water until it is bloated. This Pokemon makes its nest close to springs of delicious water. Okay, so he's bloated steel. He's bloated steel. Oh, again, no. He was one of my original Pokemon cards I bought from a yard sale, but pass. Yeah, I mean, it's basically no different than the first two. The only than the last, then it's not really no different than Aaron. The only difference is he's bloated. He's bloated and he's very hydrated. That's the only difference. Pass. Now, Aggron, though. I like Aggron's design. I will say that. I like Aggron's design. And actually, I like Aggron's design, but what I smashed though, well, let me see. Aggron claims an entire mountain as its own territory, and mercilessly beats up anything that violates its environment. This Pokemon vigilantly patrols its territory at all times. No. 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 And no. I'm going to pass. And the reason why I'm going to pass is because he sounds very territorial and defensive. And the thing is, I'm just afraid that one wrong move, because I'm so clumsy and so, I tend to do things on accident a lot. Like just the other day, I almost knocked over a display on accident because I fell. So I feel like one wrong move, and he's just going to kill me. So no, pass. Pass. No, who's this? Wait. I just realized, are we on Gen 3? I think one of you Degens said that we're on Gen 3, Generation 3. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense, because I've never really seen this Pokemon. Yeah. I'm more familiar with Pokemon than I was, like, a year ago, but I'm still the most I'm familiar with is like Gen 1 and like a little bit of Gen 2. And like a couple from like later generations, but because they're so eye-catching, that's how I know them, like Rayquaza. So yeah. Meditite. Wait, no, Meditite. Meditite undertakes rigorous mental training deep in the mountains. However, whenever it meditates, the Pokemon always loses its concentration and focus. As a result, its training never ends. No, pass. And the only pass. I wouldn't want to disturb his training and rip him away from his hopes and dreams. He needs to keep training. He's got important things to do. He's a very important and very busy Pokemon. Medicham. It is said that through meditation, Medicham heightens energy inside its body and sharpens its sixth sense. This Pokemon hides its presence by merging itself with fields and mountains. Pass again. He doesn't know Pokemon. Hey, I know Pokemon. Somewhat. I know Pokemon. A little bit. I know Pokemon. More than I did, at least, like a year ago. Definitely. Not too... I mean, granted, I mean, granted, there are a lot of people that know way more about Pokemon than I do. But I do know some things. I was going to say something really dumb right now. But no. It has heightened energy inside its body and has a sharp sixth sense. It hides its presence by merging itself with fields and mountains. And it's psychic. I'm intrigued. Okay? I'm intrigued a little bit, okay? I need to know more. I need to research a little bit deeper. I need to know just a little bit more about how I need to know a little bit more. I need to know. I need to conduct some experiments. Huh? Wait. Kent Summers? Wait, I mean, Kent Summers, I get. Wait, oh gosh. Kent Summers, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. I think that's where your name is. Your name passed by so fast. I kind of missed it a little bit, but thank you. Markiplier impressed. Yeah. Didn't he do it also? Didn't he do Pokemon Smash or Pass also? It's been a while. Since I've seen anything Markiplier related. Like the last thing that I saw that was Markiplier related was when I went to go see Iron Lung. But he did do Pokemon Smash or Pass, if I'm not mistaken. But he did do it quite fast. I remember that, I think. Like, I think he literally was just like, Smash. Smash. No. Smash. Gave no explanation. Just, yes. No. Yes. No. Yeah, but anyway. Electric. An electric Pokemon. Now I am afraid of electricity. You know this. All of you Degens know this. I'm afraid of electricity. But Let's see if Electrek is the exception. Electrek stores electricity in its long body hair. This Pokemon stimulates its leg muscles with electric charges. These jolts of power give its legs explosive acceleration performance. Oh, explosive acceleration performance! Oh my gosh! But it's electric though. It's electric though. But it has explosive acceleration performance. No, I can't. I can't. I can't. See, I'm, okay, okay. I'm very intrigued by the last bet, but at the same time, I'm still too afraid of electricity to really give it a go. The second I feel a jolt of electricity, I'm running. As a former trade school student for electrician work, I am also scared of electricity. Also, it's a dog. He's a good boy and too innocent. That's true. Well, kind of looks like a dinosaur now that I look. If you look at him closely, he looks like a dinosaur. Kind of. Like a dinosaur, kind of like, yeah. No, you're right, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. No. I can't do that. No, and odds are I probably won't be able to do this one either. And this one's another electric type. Manectric is constantly discharging electricity from its mane. The sparks sometimes ignite forest fires. When it enters a battle, this Pokemon creates thunderclouds. I'm going to die. I hope all of you Degens know that if I smash this Pokemon, I'm literally going to die. I'm literally going to die. They're not even going to take my body to the hospital. They're just going to take me to the morgue. This is just a straight hospital. This is just a straight visit to the morgue. A straight express ticket to the morgue. No, thank you. I'll pass. Plusle. Okay, already I can tell you. I don't even need to read the description. It's a no from me for this one. This one's way too cute. It's way too cute. It's way too cute. I can't smash that. That's going to be a pass. I can already tell. I don't even need to read the description. No. I'll still read the description, but Plusle always acts as a cheerleader for its partners. Whenever a teammate puts out a good effort in battle, this Pokemon shorts out its body to create the crackling noise of sparks to show its joy. Oh, and it's a supportive Pokemon also. It's a supportive, cute Pokemon. No. We're passing on that one. This is basically the same thing. Minun is more concerned about cheering on its partners than its own safety. It shorts out the electricity in its body to create brilliant showers of sparks to cheer on its teammates. Again, no. No, it's a supportive, cute Pokemon. No, we're not smashing that. No. That Pokemon is so cute and supportive. No. I actually didn't know about that Pokemon. I didn't know about that Pokemon until now, but I like that Pokemon. That Pokemon is pretty neat. Plusle and Minun. Yeah. Wait, did the universe collapse for a sec? Oh, you saw nothing, Tab. You saw nothing. You saw nothing. Whether it did, maybe it did. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. You saw nothing. But, you know. Anyway, what is this? Volbeat. With the arrival of night, Volbeat emits light from its tail. It communicates with others by adjusting the intensity and flashing of its light. This Pokemon is attracted by the sweet aroma of Illumise. He's a very chunky bug Pokemon. But I don't want to be mean. But no. I don't like bugs. I'm sorry, Volby. I don't like bugs. And I also don't like the and I also don't. Yeah. There's a band. There's a band, I'm pretty sure. There's a band called Volbeat also, and I don't listen to them either. So not only do I not listen to the band Volbeat, but I also am not going to smash Volbeat the Pokemon. Pass. No to beetles, they are weird. Yeah, I don't like bugs. And I really don't like beetles. Especially the ones, I forgot what beetle it is, but it's a beetle that specifically, that for some reason there's a beetle that likes to attach itself to clothes. Like if you have the misfortune of coming across them, they will latch onto your clothes and they will not let go. The only way to get them off is to literally crush them while they're on you. It's bad. I don't like clothes. Illumise. Illumise attracts a swarm of Volbeat using a sweet fragrance. Once the Volbeats have gathered, this Pokemon leads the lit-up swarm in drawing geometric designs on the canvas of the night sky. Well, that sounds pretty cool. It's minin, not minin. Like minus. Oh, minin. It's not minin, it's minin. Oh, okay. Okay, that's actually a lot easier to say than minin. Minin. Okay. This sounds pretty neat. I would like to see that. Just a swarm of these making all types of geometric shapes in the night sky. That being said, that's going to be a pass from me. That's going to be a pass from me. In your case, I'm sure... In your case, I'm sure more than just beetles would latch onto you, Cooper. What's that supposed to mean? What's that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There are actually a pretty decent amount of people that would smash bug-type Pokemon. Apparently 674,833 people. No, I know that. Oh, those are passes. Oh my gosh, 109,976 would smash the last Pokemon. Anyway, Roselia. Roselia shoots sharp thorns as projectiles at any opponent that tries to steal the flowers on its arms. The aroma of this Pokemon brings serenity to living things. Roselia is very tiny. Is Roselia very tiny? Gosh, because if that's the case, then I might have to pass. I might have to pass. Unless we think of, hang on, unless we think about this from this perspective. What if we shrink ourselves down? What if we shrink ourselves down to be of adequate height, and then we smash? And then we smash. What if we do a little bit of scientific enhancing beforehand, and then we smash? Because I'm not going to lie, I'm very intrigued by apparently it has an aroma that brings great serenity to living things. I want to experience great serenity, don't you? Smash. I'll smash, but for research and science. And yeah, of course. About a foot tall. We'll shrink ourselves. We'll shrink ourselves down, and then we smash. That's the plan. Anyway, I need a drink of water. Okay. Gulpin. After I literally just did some gulpies. Okay. Gulpin is a poison Pokemon, and he has a small heart and brain. Its stomach comprises most of its body, with enzymes to dissolve anything. No. What? I don't know about Gulpin. Yeah, what? He's basically just a giant stomach, right? That he dissolves stuff. Has a very small heart and practically no brain. And yeah, he just dissolves stuff. No, we're going to pass. We're going to pass on Gulpin. We're going to pass on Gulpin. I've no doubt he can gulp. It's in his name. But no, we're going to pass. We're going to pass on Gulpin. Swalot, though. When Swalot spots prey, it spurts out a hideously toxic fluid from its pores and sprays the target. Once the prey has weakened, this Pokemon gulps it down whole with its cavernous mouth. Okay, hear me out. Actually, no, that's not the way. Don't hear me out. That's not the... Okay. I'm not particularly into, I'm not particularly into vor and being I'm not particularly into being swallowed and being vored. I think that's the term. I'm not particularly into that, like, at all. So I can definitely see this being somebody's cup of tea, cup of coffee, cup of whatever you'd like. But for me personally, no, that's a pass. Really? Only 140,143? I thought it would be more. I thought it would be more. I thought it would be more. He can Wait, he can swallow a lot, but oh no. Yeah, he can swallow a great deal, but including you. But no. No. Carvana. Okay. I have a reasonable fear of piranhas. Right, that's not an irrational fear, right? It's not an irrational fear to have... It's not an irrational fear, right? It's not an irrational fear to have a fear of piranhas, right? That's not an irrational fear, right? So I think this one is probably also going to be a pass. But but let's find out. Let's find out by reading the description to really be sure about it. Let's see. Carvana's strongly developed jaws and its sharply pointed fangs pack the destructive power to rip out boat hulls. Many boats have been attacked and sunk by this Pokemon. Okay, yeah, no, I'm getting ripped apart. I'm getting ripped and torn. I'm literally getting doom-guyed by this darn Pokemon. He's literally going to rip and tear me apart. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I think it's a reasonable thing to fear piranhas as well as Carvanas. Pass. I completely forgot there is a shark Pokemon. And actually, small little thing. I'm going to say it. It's a shame Pokemon doesn't really have that many shark Pokemons, because if I'm not mistaken, this is the only shark Pokemon. Like, this is it. This is the shark Pokemon, and it kind of sucks a little bit. It's kind of not even that great. There's like one shark Pokemon, which is this one, and it's not even that great of a Pokemon. Really. Not that much. But, yeah. Why would you expect more smashes for the toxic swallowing goop? Well, hear me out. I expected way more. Well, hear me out. I expected way more because of the fact that he can actually swallow a person whole, or he can swallow like a piece of prey whole. And I know there are some people that are into being swallowed in their entirety. So that's why. I'm not one of those people. Not really, not particularly, but I know there are people who are into that. So I expected more for that reason. Yeah, Carvana also have rough scales that shred your skin on contact, as does Sharpedo. Yeah. Nicknamed the Bully of the Sea, Sharpedo is widely my vision got blurry for a second. Is widely feared. Its cruel fangs grow back immediately if they snap off. Just one of these Pokemon can thoroughly tear apart a super tanker. No. No. What are you crazy? I might be crazy. I might be loony. I might be a little bit delusional, but not that delusional. No. Smash or pass, sorta. Hey, I'm not part of the game. I'm not part of the game. I'm not a Pokemon. I'm not a Pokemon. I'm a super tall and towering diligent researcher. Yes. Yes. Yeah, anyway. Technically there's a land shark. Is there? Huh. I was always just aware of that shark Pokemon. And I always thought it, again, like, such a shame that there aren't that many other shark Pokemon. Anyway, Wailmer. Smash. You're going to smash Wailmer? Wailmer. Which I just want to say, Wailmer. I don't know why. Wailmer sounds like such an old man name. Wailmer sounds like such an old man name. It sounds like Wilbur, or like Oswald, or like it sounds like Wilbur, or like Oswald, or like Constantine. You know, Wilmer's nostrils are located above its eyes. This playful Pokemon loves to startle people by forcefully snorting out seawater it stores inside its body out of its nostrils. So he's just going to blow his nose on me is basically what's going to happen. Smash. Aren't humans Pokemon? Technically? No? I don't know. No. I don't know. I don't think so. Right? Right? I don't think so, but hmm. Gosh golly, do I want to be used like a tissue by a big bulbous whale with an old man name? No. No, I'm going to pass. I said smash to the shark. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. Wait, really? You would smash the shark? You would smash the shark despite it being able to literally shred through super tankers. Really? Oh my gosh. I respect it. I respect being willing to smash something with the capabilities to shred through an entire ship and a super ship. But golly, golly, I respect the willingness to smash such a deadly force. Anyway, Willard is the largest Pokemon around, if I remember correctly. Really? Wait. Oh yeah, no, you're right. Willard is the largest of all identified Pokemon up to now. This giant, massive, heaving, gargantuan Pokemon, it didn't actually say that, but I decided to add some synonyms, to really lay that on. This giant, gargantuan, mega, ultra, super large, heaving Pokemon swims languorously in the vast open sea, eating massive amounts of food at once with its enormous mouth. Now, say what you will, right? Now, say what you will, but like, you know, it's kind of like the same. It's kind of like the same principle as like smashing a giantess, right? Like it has to be, right? Like it's the same concept as like it's like the same like problem as like smashing a giantess, and it's that if you do smash, would they even feel it? Would it really matter at all? Like would it even make any semblance of a difference if you do? Unless, hear me out, unless we make ourselves giant, and even more giant than we are, and then we smash. And then we smash. Sorta, I choose you, throws Pokeball. You missed. You missed. You missed. Yeah. 47.7 feet long and over 800 pounds. Oh. Wait, 877.4 pounds. Oh. Okay, here's the plan. Here's the plan, my degens. Here's the plan. Okay, here's the plan. We get super ultra big, even more taller and bigger than we are, and then we smash. And then we smash. Because it's not every because both for science and research, and because it's not every day that you can just say that you smashed the biggest Pokemon of all time in recorded history. Anyway. Anyway. Wait, you'd collapse, smash. Anyway, you'd collapse under your own weight and suffocate. I don't know how, but I know there has to be I know there has to be some math that can fix that. I don't know math enough to know what exactly, but I know well. But I don't know math very well, but I know math well enough to know that there's probably some trickery that math can do to make it work. Mm-hmm. I'll leave you deacons up to that. I'll leave you deacons up to that. Numel. Numel is extremely dull-witted. It doesn't notice being hit, however it can't stand hunger for even a second. This Pokemon's body is a seething cauldron of boiling magma. What? Why don't I just smash a hole filled with lava at that point? Why don't I just go to like a volcano and just wait until the next volcanic eruption and then just start smashing the volcano? Why don't I just do that instead? No, that's a pass. Yeah. Numel is a living volcanic vent. Yeah, exactly. Why don't I just at that point I would just go smash a volcano at that point. That's a hot Pokemon. No, quite literally, it will burn you badly. Yeah, that is that is very clear. That is abundantly clear. That is so clear as day. Anyway, I've never seen this Pokemon in my life. Camerupt. Camerupt has a volcano inside its body. Magma of 18,000 degrees Fahrenheit. 18,000 degrees freedom units. Course through its body. Occasionally, the humps on this Pokemon's back erupt, spewing the superheated magma. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. No. No, I'm going to say no to smashing another volcano that's even worse. No. Torkoal. Torkoal digs through mountains in search of coal. If it finds some, it fills hollow spaces on its shell with the coal and burns it. If it is attacked, this Pokemon spouts thick black smoke to beat a retreat. So a coal-powered Pokemon, basically. Passing. The hotter, the better. I mean, okay. Are you sure though? Because are you sure though? Because I feel there is such a thing as too hot. Like, are you sure there isn't such a thing as like being too hot? You know? There is going to come a point where it's just too hot that I'm just going to start melting. I'm going to start melting. And I'm going to start melting and I'm just going to start charring up. Basically, I'm just going to start melting and I'm just going to be turned into a puddle. No. I'm not trying to melt my Exactly. Honestly, it's way too hot for any hot types. I never smashed a volcano, but I'm not that adventurous. Yeah, yeah, because you know that it's going to end badly, no matter what you do. And this one, well, this Pokemon. Yeah, no, I'm not going to smash a coal-powered turtle. That just blows his smoke into my face and just on me in general. Like, I feel my lungs, if anything, like if you really consider it, my lungs are going to be destroyed after one session of smashing this. So no, we're going to pass. Oh, now we have a psychic. Spoink. Yeah, no, that's a pass. This is too cute of a Pokemon. This is too cute of a Pokemon. Spoink. And he has such a cute name, too. Spoink. Are you kidding? No. Spoink. Spoink bounces around on its tail. The shock of its bouncing makes its heart pump. As a result, this Pokemon cannot afford to stop bouncing. If it stops, its heart will stop. Oh my gosh. I could point out tortoise anatomy, but I don't think you'd want it inside you either. Oh no, no. Why'd you have to remind me of that? Why'd you have to remind me of it? I remember one time, I think when I was still in the, I think it was still when I was like in the I think when I was still in the when I was still in the education system, they taught us how turtles and tortoises and stuff like that mate. And yeah, it was very odd and not very pleasant to look at and understand, but yeah. Oh my gosh. Anyway, this is going to be that tail could probably do some stuff too. Could probably do some stuff though. I mean, yeah, but he's cute though. He's cute and chill though. Well, actually, not even that cute and chill, because he quite literally needs to keep his heart pumping all the time, or else he'll die. You know what this reminds me of? This Spoink reminds me of, well, two things. Spoink reminds me of Scooge from Invader Zim with that name Spoink. He reminds me of Scooge from Invader Zim. From Invader Zim. Just purely based on the name. Just the name itself. And just that premise of that he needs to keep his heart pumping at all times, or else he'll die. It reminds me of this really stupid movie that I think it was a Jason Statham movie from like 2005, 2006. It was like an early 2000s movie. And it was such a stupid movie. But literally the whole premise, if I'm not mistaken, is that Jason Statham's character or whatever had like a thing put into his heart against his will, where basically he has to like keep his adrenaline and his heart pumping super insanely fast all the time, or else he'll die. And so he's just like doing all kinds of crazy, outlandish things to keep it pumping and to basically be on an adrenaline rush the entire time. It's such a dumb movie. I don't remember what it's called though. But Grumpig uses the black pearls on its body to amplify its psychic power waves for gaining total control over its foe. When this Pokemon uses its special power, its snorting breath grows labored. Okay, so he's very okay, so they're very dommy. They're very dominant. You know, they take complete control. But they have a very bad case of sleep apnea. and just snore extremely loudly. I think I've heard of that movie. Crank? I think so. I think it was something like that, yeah. I think it was like Crank. Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think it was called Crank or something. It was just like one word, yeah. Which, I don't know why, but I've started noticing. I don't watch Jason Statham's movies, but I watched that movie like a long time ago, and something I've noticed about Jason Statham's is that a majority of his movies are just one word, and that's it. But yeah, I think you're right. I think it was Crank. Yeah, it's like an old 2000 movie. Yeah, I think you're right about that one, though. Oh my gosh, but I'm going to. I'm going to... Ooh, I'm going to say pass. I'm going to say pass. There's just no... It's not him, it's me. I just feel that there's just not enough for me to really be intrigued by. You know, like, he can take total control. Okay. So can a lot of other people. So can a lot of other Pokemon. There's just not enough, really, to get me intrigued enough. I need to drink some water. I'll pass. I don't want to do things to a pig. Hold on, I'm passing that. What, Spinda? Yeah, Spinda's a very cute Pokemon. I don't think I'll smash Spinda. All the Spinda that exist in the world are said to have utterly unique spot patterns. The shaky, tottering steps of this Pokemon give it the appearance of dancing. It's a cute, dizzy Pokemon. Come on. No, we're passing. Pass. Oh my gosh, it's Trapinch. Wait. Crank. It's a good turn your brain off series. The first was Poison. The second one, they stole his heart and he had to use a car battery, keeping it charged by directly interacting with high voltage. Oh yeah. You know, I forgot that there is a sequel to that movie. I forgot that there is a sequel to that movie. But yeah, you are right though. You are right though in that it's a very, like, just kind of turn your brain off, not really think about too much, just kind of watch and enjoy the show type of movie, you know? Just enjoy the chaos of it all, yeah. But Trapinch though. Trapinch's nest is a sloped bowl-like pit dug in sand. This Pokemon patiently waits for prey to tumble down the pit. Its giant jaws have enough strength to crush even boulders. Now, am I crazy for saying no? Am I crazy for saying no? Because that sounds painful and that sounds very scary. So no, we're going to... Oh my gosh, I don't even like looking at that. Vibrava? I don't like the look of that at all. I'm passing that. I don't want to look at that Pokemon any longer than I have to. I'm sorry. Absolutely past that. I hate bugs. I do too. This one's kind of somewhat cute because he kind of looks like a dragon, but he still has that bug-like quality though to it. Like, this one's kind of cute, you know? But kind of not, also, you know? Flygon is nicknamed the elemental spirit of the desert because its flapping wings whip up a cloud of sand. This Pokemon is always enveloped in a sandstorm while flying. Okay, so what we need to understand, what we need to make a compromise is, would we be willing to smash if it meant that we were in the Dust Bowl? If it meant that we're just in a dust storm, all the time, every time we smash. Let me tell you. I technically have been in a sandstorm. I've technically been in a sandstorm. And while it wasn't exactly pleasant, it's manageable. It's manageable. But, he is a dragon, though. He is a dragon type. He's not a bug type, which is good. I'm intrigued. We're smashing. We're smashing. Maybe Flygon. Smash. I live in Arizona. I see the Pokemons... I Wait, I see this Pokemon all the time due to constant sandstorms. Oh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I mean, hmm. I mean, golly. Cacnea. Is this a cactus Pokemon? Cacnea lives in and location. Wait. Oh, wait, okay. Cacnea lives in arid locations such as deserts. It releases a strong aroma from its flower to attract prey. When prey comes near, this Pokemon shoots sharp thorns from its bodies to bring the victim down. I'm going to say pass, just because I've stung myself with cactus more than enough times to know that I don't like it. And so, yeah, no, that's a pass. What is this? Cacturn? Why does he look like that? Why does he look like he just is this? You know what Cacturn looks like? Cacturn looks like something that would be creeping and crawling through the forest in like the Wizard of Oz, you know? Like he looks like something that would just be creeping through the forest eerily, just watching, you know, in like the Wizard of Oz or something, just watching from a distance. Just standing there. Menacingly. You know? Flygon is the final form of Trapinch. Wait, Trapinch turned into Flygon? What a transformation. Wow. I'm impressed. But and also very, very surprised. Wow. Cacturn is basically a cactus scarecrow. Yeah. I think that's why, yeah. A lot of danger so far today. Either burning or snip. Yeah. We've had to make a lot of hard decisions today, but also a lot of easy decisions. Like this one's a pass for me personally. Swablu? Okay. It's going to be a pass for Swablu as well, only because of the fact that, let's be honest, right? If you didn't know that this was a Pokemon, right? Look, my dearest degenerates, my dear degens, my dearest degenerates, right? Look, my degens. If I told you that if you didn't know that this was a Pokemon, and I told you that this was an angry bird, like a bird from like the Angry Bird series, would you believe me? Because he kind of looks like an angry bird, you know? He kind of does, but just he's not angry. That's like the only thing. If you drew like angry like eyebrows, he would fit. If you drew angry eyebrows on this Pokemon, easy angry bird right there. It's somewhat believable. Pass. Another baby dragon. Yeah. But yeah, pass Swablu, but maybe Altaria. Oh, Altaria. Or Altaria. Altaria dances and wheels through the sky among billowing cotton-like clouds. By singing melodies in its crystal clear voice, this Pokemon makes its listeners experience dreamy wonderment. I don't know about you, but that sounds delightful. I don't know about you, but that sounds delightful. Smashing and experience dreamy wonderment while doing so? That's lovely. That sounds wonderful. That sounds like a great, nice, lovely time. Yeah. We're smashing Altaria. Yeah. Hello, pass. Hello everyone. Oh, hello, House on the Beaches. Hi. Hi, welcome. Hello. Hello. Hello, welcome to the stream. We're doing we're 335. We're on Pokemon 335. We started on Pokemon 302 from last time, and we still have quite a ways to go, but it's been very dangerous today. Every single Pokemon has either been I get electrocuted or burned, like severely burned, or I just get destroyed, ripped to shreds, or just like or having to or like just smashing a bug, and I don't like bugs. So we've had to make a lot of very hard decisions, but also very easy at the same time, if that makes sense. Zangoose. It has feuded with Seviper for many generations. Its sharp claws are its biggest weapons. I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass just because, much like, oh my gosh, I forgot what Pokemon it was, but we passed it like a while. We passed it like a couple back. There's just not enough for me to really like be intrigued by like, okay, he's a Pokemon with some sharp, scary claws. He has a rivalry. Okay. So do a lot of other Pokemon. There's just not enough, really, to get me intrigued enough to want to smash. So we're going to pass. There's just not enough, really, to kind of make me want, to kind of convince me. Seviper. Oh gosh. Hang on, I need to take a drink of water. Maybe Zangoose. I mean, I can see why somebody would smash Zangoose, but for me, there's just not... I feel like there could be way more, but there's not. At least in this description, for me to convince me. Sorta enjoys a serenade. I mean... Oh yeah, and I forgot about that. Yeah, no. Yeah, so not only are we smashing and experiencing dreamy ambience, we're also getting serenaded. What's not to like about that? Like, am I crazy? What's not to like about that? But, Seviper. Seviper shares a generations-long feud with Zangoose. The scars on its body are evidence of vicious battles. This Pokemon attacks using its sword-edged tail. Oh, that's pretty neat. But Zangoose is too busy hating. Yeah. And Seviper is also too busy hating as well. Like, you know, I feel like if you try and smash Zangoose or Seviper, they're not even really going to... They're going to just be like... They're going to be busy. They're going to be too busy hating and just having a bitter rivalry with each other. Not only that, but I kind of don't... I'm not... Seviper isn't doing it for me, so we're going to pass. Lunatone. Now, Lunatone, though. Smash. Wait, did you say wait, the blessed one. Did you say smash to, Seviper? I respect it. but golly. Golly. Remember the rough scales of Carvana? Seviper has similar scales. Okay, yeah, no. It's a good thing we passed the Viper. It's a good thing we passed the Viper, though, in that case. Now, Lunatone. What say you... Now, Lunatone, though. What do you deacons say? Lunatone... Lunatone was discovered at a location where a meteorite fell. As a result, some people theorize that this Pokemon came from space. However, no one has been able to prove this theory so far. Okay, so we're basically smashing... Okay, so with Lunatone, we're basically smashing a moon-shaped rock that is sentient. I feel like I could do that any other day. Like, I feel like if I really wanted to, technically any of us, if we really wanted to smash a moon-shaped rock, we could literally just take a chisel to a rock and just turn it into a moon shape and just smash that. No, that's going to be a pass. Oh my gosh. Solrock. Solrock is a new species of Pokemon that is said to have fallen from space. It floats in the air and moves silently. In battle, this Pokemon releases intensely bright light. I can see maybe one way that you could smash this, but... no, that's going to be a pass for me. That's going to be a pass for me. No, I just don't see it working out. Really. I just don't see it working out. I just don't see it working out that way. I just don't see it working out. Peasants, you guys are so boring. Hey now, I'm analyzing. I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about this in a thoughtful, considerate, and also very, very contemplative. I'm taking a contemplative approach. I mean, I am a researcher after all, so I am a researcher after all, so yeah. I'm gonna have to get going, my buddy. Been up for hours and I've been prolonging getting ready, so have a good stream, my favorite Pokemon. I'm not a Pokemon, but okay, hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye. Bye, John. Bye. Hope you have a fantabulistic rest of your day. Bye. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you. Bye. Hope you had a good time. Hope you had a fun time. Hope you had a fun time. Hope you had a fun time. Yeah. But anyway, Barboak. Barboak's sensitive whiskers serve as a superb radar system. This Pokemon hides in mud, leaving only its 2 whiskers exposed, while it waits for prey to come along. Now, he puts the anal in analyze. Okay. 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 Okay, I did not see that coming, but okay. I did not see that coming, but okay. But okay. 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 Yeah. Hey, we're the only we're only sorta degenerate here after all. Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. I am sorta degenerate, after all. That's literally my name. First name, sorta. Last name, degenerate. Yes. Sorta. Hi. Oh, hello, Plague Painter. Hi, welcome to the stream. Hi, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We're doing Pokemon number 339 of 1025. Yeah. No, yeah. Is that just a catfish? Well, kind of. See, here's the thing, right? Hear me out on this. Hear me out on this, my degens. It's a fish, sure. And I've actually passed a good deal of fish on the game of Pokemon Smash or Pass. But I don't know, there's just something about there's just something about there's just something about Barboak. There's potential there, I feel. There's potential for something there. I can see it. And unlike a catfish, Barboak, look here. Barboak is not poisonous. He's not poisonous at all. So... so... for research and science, purely, we're going to smash, but purely only for the sake of research and science. Thank you. Okay. 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 I need to take a drink of water. Okay. Wait, does that mean your parents are Miss and Mr. Degenerate? No. No. In that case, in that instance, they would just be in that case, they would just be. I don't know. In that case, they would just be. I'll get back to you on that one. I've never thought about that before. I'll get back to you on that one. I've never thought about that. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I did smash or pass Pokemon last year, and I ended up with like 100 passes. Really? Really? Huh. Golly. Well, so far we have 293 passes, and it might honestly be 294, because this is a... well, actually, hang on. Let's give Whiscash. That's such a... that sounds like a musical artist name. Whiscash. It's like, and now coming onto the stage, it's everybody's favorite. Everybody give a loud applause for Whiscash. Yeah, I'm probably Whiscash, unless it's Whiscash and not Whiscash. Okay, let's give Whiscash a chance. Whiscash is extremely territorial. Just one of these Pokemon will claim a large pond as its exclusive territory. If a foe approaches it, it thrashes about and triggers a massive earthquake. Yeah, no, we're passing. We're passing. He's very good. He's very funny looking. He's very funny looking and kind of goofy. He's very funny and kind of goofy looking, like in a good way. But apart from that, yeah, no, we're going to pass. We're going to pass. We're going to pass. Now, Corpfish, though. Corpfish, though. Corpfish is just a crab. Let's be honest. Corpfish is just a crab. Well, yeah, no, he's just basically kind of like a crab, but kind of also like mixed with like a lobster. Kind of. Corpfish were originally foreign Pokemon that were imported as pets. They eventually turned up in the wild. This Pokemon is very hardy and has greatly increased in its population. I'm passing just on the oh my gosh. Crawdont. Oh my goodness, Crawdont. But I'm passing Corpfish just on the basis that it's basically just like a lobster and a crab mixed. It's basically just like a hybrid between like a crab and like a lobster. And I don't know if you I don't know if it's been made clear by now, but I'm not too big of a fan of pincers. I'm not too big of a fan of getting clawed, with very, very strong handsies, pincers. So yeah. Yeah, Crawdont looks scary though. I'm not going to lie. Crawdont looks intimidating. Crawdont has an extremely violent nature that compels it to challenge other living things to battle. Other life forms refuse to live in ponds inhabited by this Pokemon, making them desolate places. Oh my gosh, yeah, no, we're passing. Are you kidding? Crawdont, yeah, exactly. He's so violent that and Crawdont is so violent that anywhere he inhabits, the entire population leaves because he's so intensely violent and wants to just challenge everybody. That is not healthy. That is not healthy. I'm not going to smash that. Are you kidding? No. Okay. Yeah. I mean, wait. Whiscash is the actual catfish. It's also based on the legend of a giant sleeping catfish being under Japan, causing tsunami and earthquakes whenever it riots in its sleep. Ooh. Actually sounds really neat. That actually sounds really cool. That actually sounds... It almost sounds like it has... That almost sounds like it has potential to be like a horror story, like a horror myth, but it's really neat. It's really interesting to think about, actually. There's just a giant catfish underneath Japan, and anytime he moves in his sleep, he causes tsunamis and earthquakes. Huh. I like that story. But anyway, Baltoy. Baltoy moves while spinning around on its one foot. Primitive wall paintings depicted this Pokemon living among people were discovered in some ancient ruins. Okay, realistically... Wait, Baltoy is a pass simply on the basis that I'm not creative enough to think of a way you could smash it. I mean... Yeah, he kind of does just kind of look like a spinning top of a Pokemon, doesn't he? He kind of does look like a spinning top of a Pokemon. And I'm sure other species of catfish exist in other countries. That is true. That is very true. Wait, no, he's a psychic. Wait, no, it's a psychic smash. Okay. Okay. I can see why you would. Okay, I can see how that could turn the tables. I see how that could table the turns. For me personally, though, that's gonna be a pass still because he does kind of just look like a spinning top, and I don't really have too much of an interest in smashing a spinning top. But yeah, what is this? What is this? Is this a mutant Pokemon? I don't want to be mean. I really don't want to. I don't want to be mean. But this looks like, at first glance, this looks like this looks like a science experiment gone wrong. And trust me, I know a thing or two about wrong science. I know a thing or two about a scientific. I know a thing or two about an experiment going awry. Claydol. Claydol is said to be dolls of mud made by primitive humans and brought to life by exposure to a mysterious ray. This Pokemon moves about while levitating. Not catfish. Crayfish. Oh, crayfish. Are those related to crawfish? Are those related to crawfish? I'm more from... Are those related to crawfish? Because I know of crawfish. But, yeah. Crawdon looks like he's here for revenge. Oh god. Yeah. Yeah, Crawdon looked like he was here to get a job done. Crawdon looked like he was not here to play. He was not here to have fun. He was here on a mission. Yeah, that that Pokemon. Yeah, no, that Pokemon knows what he wants, and it scares me. Anyway, I'm going to pass. I'm going to Lileep. Okay. Rock and grass type. It lived on the seafloor 100 million years ago, and was reanimated scientifically. But what is it? What is it though? Is it like a? Is it? Is it a? It is a rock. So, is it like a rock gauntlet with like fleshy grass tubes coming out of it? And clearly there's something on the inside. Clearly there's like some type of thing on the inside. I can see those eyes, unless those are just two dots. What is this? I'm intrigued, but like, I'm intrigued. I'm perplexed, but like in a good way. I think tentacles, yeah. Those tentacly grass blades. The only reason why I'm saying grass is because it's technically a grass type. What about this is grass? I don't know. I can only assume it's the fleshy tentacles coming out of it. Um, um, hmm. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Sea anemone. Hmm. From what I know, it's... Wait. From what I know, it's crinoidea. It's an animal that looks like a plant. Hmm. Oh, so is this like an anemone, but like on land? Hmm. Well, they're not poisonous, and I'm very, very perplexed. But I'm very, very perplexed and confused, but like in a good way. So I think I'm going to smash. I'm very, very intrigued. I'm very, very intrigued. Now this though, I was very, very, just very confused. But Cradily. Cradily roams around the ocean floor in search of food. This Pokemon freely extends its free trunk-like neck, and captures unwary prey using its 8 tentacles. 8 tentacles. Well, now, so they are tentacles, okay. Well, for anybody that likes tentacles, yeah, for anybody that likes tentacles, this is a solid option. Me personally, though, I'm going to say, I'm going to say smash. Just because, oh my gosh, what is that? Anorith. Anorith was regenerated from a prehistoric fossil. This primitive Pokemon once lived in warm seas. It grips its prey firmly between its 2 large claws. That looks scary. Yeah, a sea lily. Yeah, a sea lily. Yeah, no. This looks scary. This looks literally like... Yeah, no, this literally looks like if they just made a fossil living. Like the actual creature that the fossil belonged to didn't reanimate. It's just the fossil. Like, the fossil became the creature. And for some reason, it looks like it's made of steel, even though it's apparently a rock, and a bug type. Oh, it's a bug type. No. 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 I wasn't going to smash either way because I didn't like the way it looked. I didn't like the way it looked at me. But but the fact that it's a bug further sealed the deal. No, we are not smashing that. Yeah. Yeah. but for the one before that, but for the one before that, yeah, the tentacle one. I feel like that for anyone that likes tentacles, that's a good choice. Anyway, Armaldo. Armaldo's tough armor makes all attacks bounce off. This Pokemon's 2 enormous claws can be freely extended or contracted. They have the power to punch right through a steel slab. This looks... Anomalocaris, my beloved. Anomalocaris was an apex predator in its time. I think one of the biggest of its time, like 3 feet long. Don't quote me, I'm bad at dates. Anomalocaris. I'm assuming that's how you say that. Wait, is it just me, or does the Lilip Cradily evolution look like a Voltorb to Electrode situation? I can kind of see that. A little bit, yeah, I can kind of see that. I can kind of see that a little bit of what you're talking about, Miku Jazz. Anyway, oh yeah, but we're passing on Armaldo just because he kind of just looks like a giant mech armadillo, which, don't get me wrong, that is really cool. That is really neat. That is really sumptuously tantalizing. I don't want to smash, but that's pretty neat. That's pretty spiffy. Anyway, Feebas. Let me just take a drink of water. Feebas's fins are ragged and tattered from the start of its life. Because of its shoddy appearance, this Pokemon is largely ignored. It is capable of living in both the sea and rivers. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm not going to smash because it's a fish. Like, literally just a straight regular fish. Like, just a no, like, it kind of just looks like a normal fish. And and he's kind of just like, that's kind of, he's kind of just like a very ignored fish. Yeah. My heart goes out to Feebas. My heart goes out to Feebas. But that's a pass. No, Milotech. No, Milotech. Or Milotech. Milotech is breathtakingly beautiful. Those that see it are said to forget their combative spirits. Milotech. Milotech. Feebas looks scared and tired. Maybe Crawdon took his lunch money. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe Crawdon. Maybe Crawdon made Feebas move more than on one occasion, and he's just really tired. He's just really tired and scared. It's like the same. It's like everywhere he goes, a Crawdon appears. Oh, and he's just having to move all the time. Gosh. Confident and beautiful. Yeah. I have to acknowledge. That very much is the case. I have to acknowledge that very much is the case indeed. Yeah. And so that's a smash for Milotech. Yeah. Milotech. It's going to be a pass to cast form, I think. I think it's going to be a pass to cast form though. Look at him. He's just too cute. Castform's appearance changes with the weather. This Pokemon gained the ability to use the vast power of nature to protect its tiny body. Aw, he's just a cute Pokemon. No, we're not smashing that. We're going to pass. What? Another Pokemon I've never seen. Kecleon. Kecleon is capable of changing its body's colors at will to blend in with its surrounding areas. Wait. It's capable of changing its body colors at will to blend in with its surroundings. There is one exception. This Pokemon can change the zigzag pattern on its belly. This is a chameleon. This is literally just a chameleon. Which, I mean, I have nothing against chameleons. Chameleons are pretty spiffy. But I'm going to pass. Shuppet. Shuppet's cute. Shuppet is cute. I like the look of Shuppet. Shuppet is attracted by feelings of jealousy and vindictiveness. If someone develops strong feelings of vengeance, this Pokemon will appear in a swarm and line up beneath the eaves of that person's home. Huh. I see. It's a ghost-type Pokemon too. And actually, something I've come to realize about myself is that I do tend to like ghost Pokemon a lot. So, But unfortunately though, by the sound of it, in order to even have so much as a chance to smash Shuppet, you need to have strong feelings of vengeance. And I can't say I have strong feelings of vengeance very often. So, to make it fair for that reason, we're going to pass. We're going to pass for that, only because of that reason. Only because of that reason. Yeah. Kecleon has a long, sticky tongue, capable of wrapping around objects, and a big mouth. Golly. Why didn't I think about that? No, but he's still a chameleon. He's still pretty much a chameleon. Yeah. Reminds me of your hair a little bit. What, Shuppet? Shuppet reminds you of my hair a little bit. Why? Because it's purple? because Shuppet is kind of violet a little bit? Yeah. Bannet. Another ghost-type Pokemon. Ooh! Are we moving on to the ghost-type Pokemons now? Ooh. Bannet is a doll that became a Pokemon over its grudge from being junked. It seeks the child that disowned it. Another vengeful Pokemon. I'm going to say pass. Just because being so vengeful is not healthy. That is not healthy. So only for that reason I'm going to pass. Yeah. So wait, so Shuppet has one eye and it flies between the holes that makes its eyes. Wait, and it flies between the two holes that make its eyes. Duskull, my beloved. Duskull. Duskull can pass through any wall no matter how thick it may be. Once this Pokemon chooses a target, it will doggedly pursue the intended victim until the break of dawn. Ooh. That is pretty funny. That is pretty funny. and terrifying at the same time. But would I smash? I don't think I'm going to smash though. But I don't think I'm going to smash. It's a very, very, very it's a very, very, very frightening. It's a very terrifying, but also equally neat. Little. It's a very, very neat thing that that Duskull has going on. But I'm not going to smash. No. 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 Now, Dusclops, though. Dusclops. Dusclops' body is completely hollow. There is nothing at all inside. It is said that its body is like a black hole. This Pokemon will absorb anything into its body, but nothing will ever come back out. Darn. I was actually going to say smash. Yeah, you've never even gotten close to vengeance. Yeah, it's true. Well, yeah. Darn. Golly. What a shame. I was actually going to say smash to Dusclops, but at the same time, I fear that if I smash Dusclops, I might not ever come back again. And I have too much research to conduct. I have too many things I have too many things I still have to do. So I'm going to say pass. And I'm going to say pass. I'm going to say pass on Dusclops. Yeah. If you stick your salami in there, then is that gone? You see, that's the thing. I don't know. And I'm afraid to find out. I don't know, and I'm afraid to find out because, like, what if after smashing, part of my body is gone, or I just kind of get like, or I kind of just get sucked in and just never come back out again. That sounds scary, but more than anything, what's even scarier is that I'm no longer able to conduct any more research. Anyway, Tropius. Tropius. It lives in tropical jungles. The bunch of fruit around its neck is delicious. The fruit grows twice a year. You know what I saw one time? You know what I saw one time? One time I saw an animation where kind of like asked the question of like, well, no, it kind of like, I saw this one kind of like animation where it was kind of like, what if Tropius's fruit is actually part of his limbs? And so like anytime anyone actually like rips off the fruit, they're ripping off a bit of his limbs. And yeah. It was kind of a little bit disturbing to think about. I'm not going to lie. But Would I smash though? No. Would I smash though? No. Yeah, sorta might be sorta attached to a sword. Yes, I am in fact attached to my sword. Wait. I am very much in fact intact. Yes, and I would like to stay that way. Yes. Oh my gosh, I need a drink of water. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. Yeah. If you stick your wait, wait, instant wait, instant bottom surgery. Oh, for dust clops. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I mean, oh my gosh. I actually didn't think about it that way. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Chimical. Chimical makes its cries echo inside its hollow body. When this Pokemon becomes enraged, its cries result in ultrasonic waves that have the power to knock foes flying. Okay, now see, my question is, how would you even go about smashing this? I'm going to say pass, but because how would you realistically, how would you even go about smashing this? Like, it literally is kind of just like a ball with like a fan and a doorknob on the top of his head. That's what it looks like. It has a mouth. I mean, true, but like, true, but like, and it's a psychic. No, but it cries extremely loud. No, it cries too extremely loud. So no. it cry no, it cries extremely loud. No. Absol. I've never seen this Pokemon before. Absol. Every time Absol appears before people, it is followed by a disaster, such as an earthquake or a tidal wave. As a result, it came to be known as the disaster Pokemon. Oh, such a shame. Oh, such a shame it is. Oh my gosh. Absolutely a smash. Such a shame though, because it's like, see, I want to smash. Don't get me. Well, see, I would smash Absol. I would, but see, here's the thing. Every time the Absol appears, there's a natural disaster, or some kind of disaster or calamity. That would mean that every time I smash Absol, it would be followed by like a natural disaster. It would be followed by a natural disaster every time. No. Not every time it appears. It just appears before one. It's correlation, not causation. Oh. That is... You make a fair point. You make a fair point, and technically, it doesn't necessarily say that something bad, or it doesn't say that the disaster happens to the person that sees an Absol. It's just when it appears something happens. You make a fair point. Smash. Smash. We are smashing Absol. Yeah, it can exist without disasters, like the firefighters on their free time. Oh yeah. Oh, okay, you make a fair point. You make a fair point. You make a fair point. I've seen people put doorknobs up there. Oh my gosh. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. Yeah, no, I can see now how someone could smash that one Pokemon that I didn't really see a way. Anyway, why not? We're not smashing why not. Why not is cute. Why not is very, very cute. Why not can always be seen with a big happy smile on its face. Look at its tail to determine if it's angry. When angry, this person this Pokemon will be slapping at the ground with its tail. No, we're passing. He's too cute. The evolution though, Smash. Isn't the evolution Wobbuffet? Isn't the evolution Wobbuffet? That's like the only one I really know for sure. That's like the only one I really know for sure, because him repeating his name is like one of the few Pokemon, like one of the things I do remember is like Wobbuffet, Wobbuffet, whenever he would say his name. Yeah. And he was always doing like a salute with his arm. Anyway, Snorunt. Snorunt lives in regions with heavy snowfall. In seasons without snow, such as spring and summer, this Pokemon steals away to live quietly among stalactites and stalagmites deep in caverns. Now, I'm not going to smash Snorunt. Just like me for real. Yeah. Appearing implies it leaves. So if it just never leaves, we're safe, right? Oh, for Absol? Maybe, actually. But I'm not going to smash Snorunt just because of the fact that he seems like a very chill guy. He seems like a very, very pleasant Pokemon. But there's not really enough to really get me to want to smash him. There's not really enough to make me want to go for it. So we're going to pass. Okay, oh my gosh. Glalie. Glalie has a body made of rock, which it hardens with an armor of ice. This Pokemon has the ability to freeze moisture in the atmosphere into any shape it desires. That conviction in his face. He looks like he's here to do something. He looks like he's here with a purpose. Yeah. Snorunt pass also cause baby. Oh yeah. Frostlass Heart Smash. I don't care about no hypothermia or soul reaping. I'm going the way I want to go. I respect it. I respect it. I respect that. But I respect the dedication. Yeah. Snorunt looks like one of those corn chips you put on your fingers and pretend you have claws. Yeah. I remember those. I remember those. The, oh my gosh, what are they called? Hang on, let me take a drink of water. Yeah, I remember those. They're like tornado chips. I would always call them tornado chips. What were they called? They're called like Vortex or like, gosh, I remember the packaging so well, but I don't remember the name. It's been a while. I'm going to pass just because he kind of looks really, he looks really intimidating. I'm not going to lie. Not Spheal, but Glalie. Spheal though, he's just cute. I can't smash that. Spheal is much faster rolling than walking to get around. When groups of this Pokemon eat, they all clap at once to show their pleasure. Because of this, their meal times are noisy. Oh, that sounds like fun. That sounds cute. That sounds really, really cute. Spheal. We're going to pass on him though. Celio, on the other hand, has a very sensitive nose. It touches new things with its nose to examine them. Hmm. Hmm. They're called. They're called. They're called bugles. Bugles. Yeah. Yeah. Bugles. Yeah. Bugles. Yeah. I remember. Yeah. Do they still make those? Actually? Do they still make bugles? Because I've not seen a bag of bugles in many, many years. I've not seen a bag of bugles in like many, many years. Do they still make them or did they go out of business? Because I mean, I don't think anyone was ever really that into them. Not that much, but they were good. I remember that. I'm going to say pass. I'm going to say pass. I'm going to say pass just because I like his look. I like his design. But I'm not sure if I want to smash. That is a majestic mustache. Indeed it is. Indeed it is a majestic, great mustache. Yeah. Walrein's two massively developed Walrein's two massively developed tusks can totally shatter blocks of ice, weighing 10 tons with one blow. This Pokemon's thick coat of blubber insulates it from sub-zero temperatures. Hear me out. Hear me out. They're still around? Oh, really? Bugles are still around. I suppose I just haven't been looking in the right place, in the right areas, in the right sectors. But, hear me out on this. I don't want to smash Walrein. I don't want to smash Walrein. I would, however, be more than willing to engage in a very tight, very close bonded hug with one, also known as cuddling. So I'm going to pass because we're deciding on whether or not we would smash or pass. I would pass Walrein, but would definitely hug. Clamperl. Okay, I'm going to pass. Why would I? No, I'm not smashing a pearl. I'm not smashing a pearl and a clam. Clamper's sturdy shell is not only good for protection, it is also used for clamping and catching prey. A fully grown clamper shell will be scored with nicks and scratches all over. No, it's a clam and it's a clam with a pearl inside of it. We're not smashing that. What is this? Huntail. Sometimes I get them, and the cheese and the things that whipped cream is sometimes in. And the cheese and the things that whipped cream is sometimes in. Oh, the easy cheese. Yeah, the easy cheese. The easy cheese bottle or whatever. Yeah, the bottle of like easy cheese. Yeah. Huntail. Huntail is present when unnoticed by people for a long time because it lives at extreme depths in the sea. This Pokemon's eyes can see clearly even in the murky, dark depths of the water. I like this Pokemon. I like his style. I like his colorful scheme. I like his colorful. I like the way he looks. I like the way he looks. I wouldn't smash, but I like him. Gorbis. Gorbis lives in the southern seas at extreme depth. Its body is built to withstand the enormous presence of water at incredible depths. Because of this, this Pokemon is This Pokemon's body is unharmed by ordinary attacks. This is a seahorse. This is basically a pink seahorse. Um, um, hmm, hmm, um, hmm, no, no, no. I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it like, could I? No. It's a pink seahorse at the end of the day, basically. What is Relicanth? Relicanth is a Pokemon species that existed for 100 million years without ever changing its form. This ancient Pokemon feeds on microscopic organisms with its toothless mouth. Okay. I'm not going to smash Relicanth, but genuinely, I would really like to know somebody whose favorite Pokemon is Relicanth. Like, I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that. I honestly genuinely believe nobody's ever said that, really, where it's like, oh, what's your favorite Pokemon? It's like, oh, you like Pokemon? What's your favorite Pokemon? Oh, my favorite Pokemon? It's a water type Pokemon. That's also rock. It's called Relicanth. What? Yeah, it's a fish that's like existed for like 100 million years without ever changing, and it has no teeth, and it feeds on like bacteria. Anyway, what's yours? Yeah, poor Relicanth. One of my friends her favorite animal is the Coelacanth. She loves Relicanth. Really? Oh, that's good to hear. I'm happy. I'm happy for Relicanth. Relicanth deserves it. I'm happy for Relicanth. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. I'm happy that Relicanth has somebody that remembers him. But will I smash? No. No, I won't smash because I respect Relicanth. But I'm not going to smash. Respectfully. Love Disc. Love Disc lives in shallow seas in the tropics. I forgot this Pokemon existed. This heart-shaped Pokemon earned its name by swimming after loving couples it spotted in the ocean's waves. The thing is, oh gosh, like, okay, yeah. For science and research, purely for science and research, you know, I need to understand certain things about it. Is all. I need to understand certain things about it. Yeah, I need to understand more about it. That's why. That's purely why. If you smashed a love disc, would a different love disc come to see you? That's true. And then subsequently, would another love disc then come to that? And then subsequently another love disc and another love disc, and then before you know it, it's just a big giant smashing party or something. Now I'm thinking about that. Oh my gosh. I need a drink of water. And I'm all out of water. Oh my gosh. Anyway, Bagon. Oh, he's a dragon Pokemon. He's a dragon Pokemon. Bagon has a dream. Wait, Bagon has a dream of one day soaring in the sky and doomed efforts to fly. This Pokemon hurls itself off cliffs. As a result of its dives, its head has grown tough and as hard as tempered steel. That's crazy. Instead of going extinct, it only fortified them and made them stronger. I'm not going to smash though. He's very cute, and I hope he reaches all of his dreams of one day flying, even if it is impossible. Love Disc won't smash, but it'll watch while you do. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know how to feel about that now. Wait a minute. So this raises the question. So like, let's say like a couple like owns like a home by like this. Let's say like a couple or something owns like a home by the seaside, and they start smashing, and a love disc happens to like see them. Does the love disc then just watch the entire thing? I don't know. Now I don't know. Now I'm just questioning. I'm questioning reality. Anyway, Shogun. Inside Shogun's armor-like cells are in the midst of transformation to create an entirely new body. This Pokemon shell is extremely heavy, making its movements sluggish. It's a ball. It's a ball. It's a ball. No, we're passing that. Yeah. Bag on D's and nuts. Where's the hammer? Where's the hammer? Hang on a second, tab. Hang on a second, tab. Hang on a second. Where's the hammer? Where's my hammer? Bad. Okay, now anyway, we have Salamence. What Pokemon? Wait a minute. What Pokemon are we here? We're on Pokemon 373. Will we stop at 400 today? Probably. But anyway, we have Salamence, which Salamence came about as a result of a strong, long-held dream of growing wings. It is said that this powerful desire triggered a sudden mutation in this Pokemon cell, causing it to sprout its magnificent wings. That feels like it would happen since Love Disc just watches. Yeah, you're probably right. Don't ask why, but yes, we're going to smash Salamence. There's just something about him. There's just something about it. We're going to smash Salamence. What is this? I've never seen another Pokemon I've never seen before. Beldum. It converses with others by using magnetic pulses. In a swarm, they move in perfect unison. Okay, so it's a steel type Pokemon, and it's psychic. So already it's going to be painful. Already it's going to hurt. So I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass respectfully. Metang. When two Beldum wait, Metang. Oh, when two Beldums fuse together, Metang is formed. The brain and the Beldum are joined by a magnetic nervous system. By linking its brains magnetically, this Pokemon generates strong psychokinetic power. Ooh. But would I smash though? No. No. That's still going to hurt. Not only that, but he has very, very big, scary claws that are made of steel. Metagross. Metagross has 4 brains in total. Combined, the 4 brains can breeze through difficult calculations faster than a supercomputer. This Pokemon can float in the air by tucking in its 4 legs. Now, I don't know if I would smash Metagross for this just because I want to. However, hear me out on this. If I could smash Metagross and have him be my own personal computer, my own personal faster than a supercomputer math calculator, then sure. Are you attracted to Metagross's intelligence? Maybe. Maybe just a little bit. You know, maybe just a little bit. Maybe just a little bit for all that brain power. Yeah, for all that brain power. Regirock. Regirock was sealed away by people long ago. If this Pokemon's body is damaged in battle, it is said to seek out suitable rocks on its own to repair itself. This is a rock golem. This is a rock golem. I'm passing just because this is literally just a giant golem made of ice. I mean, made of rock. Made of rock. I could literally just go and smash a boulder at that point. And this, I could literally go to Antarctica and smash a glacier. Regice. Regice's body was made during an ice age. The deep frozen body can't be melted, even by fire. This Pokemon controls frigid air of minus 328 degrees Fahrenheit. Freedom units. That is really, really cold. I don't even think realistically, right? I don't even think you could even get close to Regice to smash before he's already frozen you. I feel like if you go to smash Regice, you will literally, like, on the way there, you'll just freeze. On the way to go see Regice, you'll just freeze, and that'll be the end of it. You'll just be in a giant block of ice. Yeah. Registeel. Registeel has a body that is harder than any kind of metal. Its body is apparently hollow. No one has any idea what this Pokemon eats. He looks like a... Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Doesn't he look like that... Am I crazy? Doesn't Registeel kind of look like that one form that, like... It's been a very long time. It's been a very long time, but he kind of reminded me of, like, that one thing that, like, that one shape that, like, that Ben 10. You know, do you remember Ben 10? Yeah, it's been a while, but there's, like, he reminds me of one of the shapes that Ben 10 can change into. It kind of reminds me of that. I don't know what shape, I don't know the name, it's been a very long time, but it kind of reminds me of that. Nevertheless, we're not smashing that. Oh, Latias. We're not smashing that. We are, however, smashing Latias. Latias. Oh, Latias. Latias is highly sensitive to the emotions of people. If it senses any hostility, this Pokemon ruffles the feathers all over its body and cries shrilly to intimidate the foe. We're smashing Latias. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I don't remember. There's also another Pokemon. That's kind of a little bit more similar to it. and I don't know the name of it either. It's a big Pokemon, I know that. But that Pokemon also reminds me of that form that Ben 10 can turn into. Yeah. Latios. We're going to smash Latios as well. It's only fair. It's only fair that we smash Latios and Latias. It's only fair that we smash both Latias and Latios. It's only fair. It's only fair. Latios has the ability to make its foes see an image of what it has seen or images in its head. This Pokemon is intelligent and understands human speech. Latios and Latios have so much Rule 34. I know. I think they're the Pokemon with one of the most Rule 34 of all time. Yeah. But Kyogre has the power to create massive rain clouds that cover the entire sky and bring out torrential downpours. This Pokemon saved people who were suffering from droughts. That's a smash. That's a smash. That's a smash. I don't know why, but, well, no. That's a smash. There's just something about him that I really want to get to know more about. Not only that, but smashing him, it'll never be a dry time. Ever. So, anyway, Groudon has long been described in mythology as the Pokemon that raised lands and expanded continents. This Pokemon took to sleep after a cataclysmic battle with Kyogre. Now, unlike Kyogre, Groudon kind of just reminds me of, like, Godzilla, but, like, extremely beefed out. Like, extremely, like, an extremely, like, alternate beefy version of Godzilla. And I'm not gonna lie, it's not really doing too much for me, so I'm going to pass. Rayquaza! It's Rayquaza! Rayquaza lived for hundreds of millions of years in the Earth's ozone layer, never descending to the ground. This Pokemon appears to feed on water and particles in the atmosphere. Now, we're going to smash Rayquaza, without a doubt, and the reason why we're going to smash Rayquaza is because do you know how much, for lack of a better word, right? Do you know how much of a, for lack of a better word, do you know how much of a brag it's going to be able to say that you got to smash Rayquaza? Not just anybody can say that. So we're going to smash. Okay, Jiraki. Okay, we're going to start to wrap this up now because we're going to start to wrap this up now soon. Because I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of getting a little hungry. Let's see if we can get to 400 at least. Let's see if we can get to 400 at least as a stopping point. Jirachi. I'm not going to smash Jirachi. They're too cute. A legend states that Jirachi will make true any wish that is written on notes attached to its head when it awakens. If this Pokemon senses danger, it will fight without awakening. Oh, but why does it have to have that power? Why does it have to have that power? That is so good. No, I can't. It's a steel type. No, we're going to pass. Speedrun, yes, exactly, Tip. Like bragging rights of saying you You screwed Zeus. Yes. Yes. Literally that. Like how often how often can anyone say that they actually went and screwed Zeus? Not just anybody can say that. Not just anybody can say that they actually did that. Yeah. Literally exactly like that. Deoxy's normal. What? This doesn't even feel like a Pokemon. The DNA of a space virus underwent a sudden mutation upon exposure to a laser beam and resulted in deoxys. The crystalline organ on this Pokemon's chest appears to be its brain. Now, those tentacles. Now, actually, I was a little bit abrasive when I first saw this, but the tentacles, the thick thighs, that's a smash. That's a smash purely for research and science and and for the pursuit of knowledge. Yes. Turtwig. This is a pass from me. Turtwig is very cute. He's very good, but he's very cute. Made from the soil, the shell on its back hardens when it drinks water. It lives along lakes. Yeah, no, we're going to pass on Turtwig. Screwing Zeus doesn't have bragging rights. Zeus screwed everyone. You're right. Golly, I thought we had something special going with that analogy. Gosh. But you are right, though. Grottle. A grottle that lives in the forest is said to have its own secrets. It's said to have its own secret spring water. Wow. Okay. I'll never go thirsty, I guess. No, that's a pass. I'll never go thirsty again. Yeah. Torterra. Some Pokemon are born on Torterra's back and spend their entire life there. That is a very massive Pokemon. That is a very extremely massive Pokemon. I'm going to say pass, but I would like to explore their back. I would like to spend some time on their back. Maybe smash another Pokemon on their back. But they themselves, no. Chimchar, no, that's a pass. Chimchar is one of the cutest Pokemon. Chimchar is a very cute Pokemon. No. No. No, we're going to pass on Chimchar. It agilely scales sheer cliffs to live atop craggy mountains. Its fire is put out when it sleeps. We're going to pass. It's too cute. Monferno. To intimidate attackers, it stretches the fire on its tail to make itself appear bigger. Oh, I see. So it basically has like a flamethrower on its tail. No, we're going to pass. Infernape. Now look at that. Quite snazzy. It uses a special kind of martial arts involving all of its limbs. Its fire never goes out. He's very snazzy, I'll admit. And his fire is not too much of a problem because it's out of the way. It's technically his hair, so... And he can do martial arts. I'm going to say... No, I'm going to... This is a very tricky decision, but I think I'm going to say... pass. Just because he seems very disciplined and very in tune with himself and very dedicated to fire and martial arts, and I don't want to disturb that. Piplup, no, are you kidding? Piplup is one of the most Piplup, no. Piplup is one of the cutest baby Pokemon. Piplup is one of the cutest Pokemons ever. He's one of the cutest Pokemons ever. No. Because it is very proud, it hates accepting food from people. Its thick down guards it from the cold. Pass. Prinplup. It lives alone, away from others. Apparently every one of them believes it is the most important. Oh, so wait. It lives alone, away from others. Apparently every one of them believes it is the most important. Also, it's a narcissist. Prinplups are narcissist and egotistical. Oh, I see. Pass. We're going to pass on that. 7 more to go. Yeah, we're getting close. 5 more to go. 5 more to go, and then I'll probably call it for today's stream when we get to 400. Empoleon. The 3 horns that extend from its beak attest to its power. The leader has the biggest horns. I'm going to... Is Prinplup gonna ask to speak to my manager? Yeah. Apparently Prinplups just hold themselves with such great high importance that it's like they live alone because of it. I'm going to say... smash, just to be able to say that I smashed the basically like the highest of their ranks. Hello. Oh, hello, Riku. Hi. Hello. Hi. Welcome in. We're kind of... Stream is almost... We're kind of wrapping up stream now. We're kind of wrapping up stream now. We've done close to 100 Pokemon, this stream. And I'm probably going to stop at like around 400, which is literally like 4 away. Starly. No, that's a pass. That's a bird. That's a cute bird. They flock in great numbers. Though small, they flap their wings with great power. That's a pass. That's a bird. It's just a regular cute small bird. Staravia. It flies around forests and fields in search of bug Pokemon. It stays within a huge flock. Again, it's a neat bird. It's a really nice bird. I like this pompadour feather style that it has going on, but that's a pass. Oh, Staraptor. It has a savage nature. It'll courageously challenge foes that are much larger. Okay. Again, that's going to... I'm going to say pass again, just because it's a bird again. It's a bird again. It's a neat bird. It has a nice swoosh in their hair, and that red is a nice detail, but no, pass. And we're down to the last one, Bidoof, which again is another pass. A comparison revealed that Bidoof's front teeth grow at the same rate as... Ratatatatatatas. That's a pass. I like Bidoof. Bidoof is nice, but I'm not going to smash him. So basically a smash to assert dominance. Yes. The reason why I smashed the Emperor Penguin Pokemon is purely to basically assert dominance, and to basically say that I smashed the highest of their ranks, and thus I and thus power or something. Yeah. Yeah. Wait. Yo, bro, remember when you saw a low putty on Smash or Pass? So you bust... Wait, so you all over the... Wait, so you busted... So you bust... Wait. So you busted all over the screen? That's a lie. I know that's a lie. I know that is a lie. And you know why I know that's a lie? Because I would never do that over Lopunny. Umbreon, on the other hand. Yeah. Anyway, we've gotten to 400, and I think I'm going to call it here. I think this is where we'll call it for today. I'm pretty hungry. And yeah. I'm pretty hungry, so I'm going to go get some food. I'm going to go eat something. But thank you, Degens. Thank you, my dearest degenerates, for spending time with me. I hope you had fun. I definitely had fun. It was a really good time. We got a lot of smashes and way more passes, but you know, it was a very, very insightful time. Go eat, you goober. I will. Alright, see you next week. Right. Yeah, but, yeah. I will see all of you Degens likely next week. I will see all of you Degens likely next week. For what? I don't know. Well, I'll see. I'll see. Not many smashes from me today. Lots of danger and that's an animal. Yeah, or it was a lot of that, or that's a bug. That's a bug, and I don't like bugs. Yeah. Anyway, I hope all of you Degens have a fantabulistic, plaptastic day. Bye, everybody. Bye.